Connecting. There we go. We have liftoff. Alright then. It's a silly question, and I'd say it every time, but I'm going to do it anyway, just because. Can everybody confirm for me whether or not they can access their character sheets and they see everything they expect to see in said character sheets?
Yeah.
I seem to
Yes,
be
sir.
missing 50 gold.
You try that so often. I
Look,
applaud
one of these
the
times.
attempt. One day I'll be so dang tired or hungover or something, and you're gonna throw that at me, and I'll go, you know what? Yeah, okay, fine. But it is not this day. This day we fight.
I'll just set the expectations of what I'm going to ask for really high, and then one day I'm going to go so low they're going to be like, you know what? Because it's not really high, you can have it.
I like it. Mark.
Eh. Okay, well, I'm still going to be stingy, but I like it.
You can have a healing potion, but it's tiny.
1d4. And it rolls a 1 every time. Speaking of, that is active, so we'll see whether or not Foundry tries to treat you to the awful rolls today or not. You were going quite well last time, if I recall, so let's see if that comes back to haunt us. Ironic, given the state of play. Right then. We are just going to jump over to our intro video, which is a couple of seconds long, so don't go away, folks. We'll be right back. Hello, folks, and welcome along to Carrion Crowned Thursdays. I am MJ the GM, and I will be your Games Master for this evening, and with me are my Carrion Crusaders. But you don't want to see my silly face, you want to see theirs. Not that they have silly faces. They're actually quite an attractive bunch. Even Roach with his false nose.
Especially him.
Botch nose job, that's the origin.
Did you go to Turkey
Canon.
to do it?
Yeah. Also, if you look at the little animated thing on the stream, he's got crooked teeth too, which is cool. It's quite hard to see them.
Everybody, get your faces really close to the screen when Roach talks, just so you can see this for yourselves. But watch the eye strain. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Well, we're all here, we're all gathered. And, well, you guys have been putting together the pieces rather well for everything all the clues that have now been popping up. You managed to deal with Old Man Gibbs, who apparently was the one desecrating the monument, but it also turns out that he may well have been possessed. So that's something. But you last had him locked up of his own volition, I hasten to recall, in the prison, so that if something tries taking him over again during the night, he is contained. Dooply-dooply-doop. I believe that was the long and short of it. There was a request by the sheriff for you to basically give him the day so that he could organise access for you guys for wherever it was you needed to go in order to find clues or find research. And so this was the day. The day had ended. The sheriff hasn't got back to you yet. But the night, oh dear, the night. Partway through your various watch, when Caelee was going to get Ragnar to relieve her, well, something more than a little horrible happened. And we're not just talking about the nightmare that Ragnar had, in a similar fashion to the bad dreams that other folks have had whilst they have been in Ravengrow. But most horrible, of course, was the knocking on the door that turned out to be a shambling undead. Not any shambling
What are the
undead,
odds?
mind you, but Professor Lorrimor, risen from the grave. So, without any further ado, so, like I noted,
Does he start by saying, "I'm not dead,
I feel happy.
Which was where I was going with the quote. Yes.
The multi-fighting, yeah.
But, like I want to note at the very, very start of this, 2 folks were already up. Only one of them was dressed in the their full battles armour and regalia and such, and that is Caelee, who doesn't wear armour. So, Ragnar is downstairs, but does not currently have his armour equipped, because it takes too long to put on in a hurry. The same will go for Roach, Rell, and Bastien. Anybody, you are able to grab pretty much one thing when you do get up. So when we get to Roach, Rell, and Bastien, who are going to be a little bit late to the party, because they're already upstairs in their beds, just waking up from the horrible banging sound that came to the front door. One of your first actions will be to get out of bed in your bedclothes, essentially. Still in your bedclothes, and grab something as another action. If you want to grab a second thing as another action, you can, but that means you're still going to be upstairs. And it will take a full movement action to get you to the bottom of the stairs, but no further. Everybody good with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clear as mud? Excellent. So, we will start things off. Kendra, of course, is not taking active part in the initiative because the horror. So it's really, we are just going to start with...
Shocked. I'm shocked that she's not processing the fact that her late father has turned up on the doorstep.
just yourselves and the zombie at the door. So let's move this over. And I would like
zombie
folks
more?
to roll initiative, please. Perception makes sense because the two who ran downstairs were answering the banging sound that they heard at the door. And the zombie is, of course, reacting according to what it sees in front of it. Alright, not a bad roll for me for a change. We will start things off with Caelee.
Oh no.
Yes! I'm afraid so.
He busted the door down, right? So he's fully visible.
Fully visible. The door is, as you say, busted down.
Okay, well that is an automatic oopsie. We're gonna go ahead and hit guidance for Nick.
Ah, thank you.
So, pull both the guidance and the guidance immunity over, and we should be good. Oh yeah, I forget, I don't have to tell you guys to do this, do I? You're already clued in. Alright, so that's one. What you going to do with the other two?
The other two actions to heal Professor Lorrimor from his pain.
45 feet away. You are using that, right?
You're right. You're right.
You're going to need to be closer, I'm afraid.
We'll just elect not to, and we'll Divine Lance instead.
Alrighty.
Go closer.
Alright, roll that attack.
That would be too many actions.
Whoosh. That is a hit.
Oh boy.
Spirit damage. Okay, roll damage. That is pretty good.
Yeah.
A boosh. So the bolt strikes the zombie. The zombie recoils a bit, but otherwise seems to be coming on regardless. Ragnar. Right then. How is Ragnar feeling at this precise moment?
He's feeling naked because he is almost naked without his armor. A knight without an armor is naked.
Right, gotcha.
So he feels really bad, but he feels very worried about Kendra. So
yes.
he pushes past her and tries to protect her from the apparition, which is standing right in front of them.
So that's one action for you. What are you going to do with the other two?
Yeah. He's shouting, Kendra, get to your room. And then he just infuses his sword with his magic casting casting runic weapon on it.
Good
And that's
idea.
basically it.
Okay, so before we get to... Actually, no. I will leave Kendra till the very, very end. Since you have at least made the effort of calling out her name and telling her to move herself. But, zombie! Well, the zombie starts shambling forwards and comes for the first person he sees, and is actively trying to scrabble past Ragnar to get to Kendra. Since you're in the way, you're going to get a bit of a raking. So, I'm going to go with Dirty Filthy Hands, which is a critical miss, because I rolled a 1. So, start as you mean to go on, Matt. He is... Right, so... Went to try and claw his way past Ragnar. Ragnar rebuffs him, pushes him off, which means that you hit it slightly in the bridge of the nose, and he's slightly dazzled. Zombies are slowed 1, so only has 2 actions, so that's me done. Right then, Roach, you are upstairs.
Yes. So yeah, probably wakes to probably the banging, and then followed by Kendra screaming. So he's going to grab his Rancer and run down the stairs.
Which is... Yep. Ba-dum. One to get up, one to grab the Rancer, one to go down to the bottom of the stairs. Alright, cool. You are now able to see what Roach can effectively see, which is part of Kendra's profile. Otherwise, a very worried-looking, I imagine, Caelee. Is Caelee worried-looking, or what expression is Caelee wearing?
Caelee has a hard disposition against undead, so it would be... I mean, it would be... At first it'd be shocking, but it wouldn't show. It would be an entirely... This is a task thing.
Right. So, Caelee has business face on.
Business face is an accurate idea, yeah.
Gotcha. So that's what Roach finds when he comes to the bottom of the stairs. Okay, Bastien, same thing.
Bastien hears the scream and will come running down the stairs after grabbing his dagger, which is the one piece of equipment that he is never really without.
Gotcha.
And then run to the bottom of the stairs.
Alright, so we'll just put you maybe by there.
Yeah.
1 over, just to represent you being on the floor, on the ground floor, rather than on the stairs. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3 actions, and a very serious-looking Caelee that you can see. So, let's move Bastien's turn over. We will get to Rell. Same thing.
I'm up. I'm gonna jump out of bed and grab my stuff. I'm assuming it's by the bed, and try to rush downstairs, following everyone's footsteps.
Which gets you to the bottom of the stairs. And the same brief happens. Right, before we jump into round number 2, Ragnar interposed himself between the zombie and Kendra and said, Kendra, get back up to your room. She's still struck, horrified, but she at least, on prompting from Ragnar, steps back. Still with her eyes very much transfixed on the soil-covered body of her father in front of her, still apparently reaching for her in some fashion. So she just backs up and stays rooted to the spot. But also, what happens at the same time is the back door, which is somewhere down this a ways, if you can see where I'm pinging. There's a sound on the back door. It's a... Not many... how many of you actually would do... How many of you do you think actually have had pet dogs before?
probably not Ragnar.
Okay.
Pet dogs, no, but hounds, yes.
Okay. What about the rest?
They were probably. Oh,
Let's have Emilia first, then. We'll go left to right.
Oh, it's cool. Unlikely for Rell.
Okay. What about Roach?
He's probably with a group that had like dogs like mastiffs, but he never owned one, so he probably is more of a my friend has a dog, I don't type of thing.
Righty-ho. Bastien.
No, but they were probably hounds in the temple he grew up in.
Right, so some associated with hounds, others just by affiliation with other people. Okay.
Yeah.
So those of you who are aware of what a dog scrabbling at the door sounds like, you can hear what sounds like a dog scrabbling at the back door. Then accompanied by a BAM! BAM! On the back door.
It's definitely not, Old Dog River, right?
Well, there's one way to
Not
find
like
out,
this.
Not like this. Like this.
We had a whole service for this one. Come on.
I know.
Sorry, that was just a satisfied sigh from myself. Alright, back around. Round 2, Caelee. So your bolt
Caelee
did
is
do
concerned
damage.
about Thing. And with Kendra running, Caelee will kind of do just like a silent conveyance to like point in both directions, both towards the front door and towards the sound. And at the same time, she's casting Benediction.
15-foot emanation.
Stuck it on myself. She will use her last action to move to... Yeah, here's a good spot. Yep.
Alrighty, Ragnar, we are now with you. You are in full close contact with, well, Lorrimor's corpse.
Yes, Ragnar steals himself and tries to spell strike the zombie.
Alright then,
Using
off
his
you go.
blade. Okay. And he's spell striking using his telekinetic projectile. Cantrip.
Gotcha.
Yes. And it's slashing, because zombies are usually weak to slashing damage.
Hack the flesh off of them, yes indeed. Yeed! Right then, roll that crit.
Okay. And
And there's also something to follow.
Discount, discontinue. I mean, the second one doesn't count, but the cantrip damage is doubled. Should be doubled.
Yep. Okay, so we will. So the first one is the critical hit from that, which is ba-boom. Right then. So yes, zombie Lorrimor's corpse comes apart. Kendra screams again, because that sight was not a good one.
It definitely is not. And
Got
after
some
that,
professor on you.
You really do. In fact, the professor has spread himself across most of this room now, so... Yikes.
okay,
But that
Ragnar
was 2
covered
actions.
with
So-
blood and gore, probably moves closer to Kendra and
Okay.
to Caelee, trying to protect them.
Okay.
Which is sorry.
That's alright.
Yeah,
You got
somewhere
it.
here. Okay. And then
That's 1, 2, 3. Righty-ho. Bam. On the back door. Bam. Again. Bam smash.
Not Bam Smash.
Bam
Not bad
smash.
smash.
Scrabble, scrabble, scrabble. Scrabble, scrabble, scrabble. Bang! Bang! Roach!
Yeah, so I'm assuming I've been around this house a bit. Where would be the way to access the back door? Is it like
Into
through
the reception
kitchen?
hall,
Or down here?
in through the
Okay.
library.
Okay, we'll see in Caelee point that direction. I'm going to use... Where's it? Sudden charge.
Righty-ho.
So, this is 20... 25. Ah, the door's closed.
So you're going to have to use an action to...
Okay, so that's 2, that's 35. So 30. But
So
I'll have
what
to
Roach
cancel it.
sees...
Mhm.
Roach sees a dog that is up, but from the state of it, it really shouldn't be, as it looks like pieces of it have been gnawed off. And yes, you've seen this corpse before. Although when you last saw it, it was certainly not moving around of its own accord.
And I guess he'll stand ready with his rancer pointing at the creature.
Righty-ho.
And I'll end my turn.
So with half of its face missing, the way it growls is mostly a drooling, gory mess. But we are now at Bastien. So, Roach has just disappeared around the corner where the noise from the back door appears to be going on. The front door is still bashed open.
I will follow suit. What's that? 20. Then. Yes, 25 to there. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Would have barged into Roach and then gone tumbling past him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. And
Sorry, that door should
I
be open.
will. Yeah, I will draw my dagger at that to fight.
Right, you are. Alright then, is that all your actions?
Yeah, that's it.
Rell.
There are two thoughts in Rell's head right now. One being, for someone who's only experienced with Pharasman, with funeral rites, is your funerals really don't do anything, huh? And the other being...
Still learning!
And the other being, the resale value for this place is really going down. So I'm going to cast a Forbidding Word to keep Kendra safe. And then I'm just going to speed myself up for next turn.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Which means you get Cursebound 1, if I remember.
I think so.
Because you have activated a Cursebound ability, so... Wherever it is we find that, I think it's going to be in... Is it Mystery, or is it... No, Oracular Curse. Spoik. Where is it? Yeah, it's at the very top. Cursebound. So, there is something of a strange temporal distortion going on around Rell at the moment. What do you think it looks like?
Probably like sort of a displacement, kind of like who did I use it on? I think Gibbs when I used that spell. It's just like there's like multiple like translucent versions of her flickering in place.
Cool. Alright then, and that was that. So nobody really told Kendra to move, so she's still pretty much stuck where she is, but she's now at least got some assistance with, what was it? Forbidding Ward put on her, which is good. Also, going to... Oh, look who just happens to be there. Can I get Roach to give me a perception check, please?
Here you go.
Roach, you could be getting paranoid. You swear you can smell smoke? Not close, but close enough. Like smoke from a fire. Seems to be wafting in from somewhere outside. And now we start with Caelee for round 3.
Does Caelee smell the smoke?
If you want to, yeah, let's give it a go. You're closer to the door as well.
I will get closer to the door. That might help as well. But first action, she is going to sustain her benediction to make
So
it
it goes
bigger.
even wider. Alrighty.
Yep. Second action will be to move through the door, please.
I will
door.
spot you
Hello?
there. So you go diagonal. It doesn't always like you to go diagonal when there's an wall.
For some
in the way.
reason, yeah, I just did not want me to go through there. But yeah, I was trying to move past
When a girl just wants to step.
to there to get some more people into the aura. And does she pick up the smoke?
Yeah,
sense
give me
at all?
a perception roll. Not as an action. This is a ambient thing. I'm gonna go with definitely yes.
Super. I don't know if it's needed, but Caelee will point it out to everybody else that has not smelled it that she smells smoke/fire.
So what are you gonna do with your last actions?
Yeah. Let's.
Because
Do I smell the smoke coming from the front door or towards where the now visible doggy is?
That's your choice.
I will continue towards the front door to react to that smoke.
Okay.
And I guess I do have another 5 feet. I'm not going to step outside. I'm going to just kind of look around the corner to see, just to see if I can see where it's coming from.
It's not in the immediate vicinity, but you can, now that Caelee is closer to the door, the smell is wafting up of burning, and you swear you can hear the crackle snap of flames. Not big flames, but definitely flames nearby.
Flames nearby, but not like very evident that it's like dangerously threatening us right now.
It doesn't smell like it's anything like someone's house on fire level of smoke flame. No.
This is like a downwind thing.
It's like a downwind thing. The best you could equate it to is maybe a torch, a wall sconce, brazier kind of sound. A campfire, maybe.
Like a little bonfire, you know.
Yeah. Depends on the size of the bonfire, of course. But yes. Ragnar.
Ragnar is looking at Kendra and at her eyes. Is she okay, or is she totally?
It's very much a lights on, nobody's home at the moment kind of level of shock, in that she's still looking at what's left, the pieces that Ragnar split into bits of her father's body in the middle of the reception hall there.
Okay, and Ragnar shouts at her. Kendra, snap out of it! And then he moves through the door, just stepping closer to the corpse. And I mean here.
Okay.
Yes, I'm looking what's going on.
You see what you see?
Oh yeah, I see Bastien and the doggy. Yeah. Okay. Then Ragnar is going to help Bastien. He's moving closer to him here, and yeah. And also Ragnar is recharging his spell strike That's
Okay.
all he does.
Right. Okay. At which point, let's see. Walking shambling into the room comes another corpse. This one a lot more decayed, but apparently it came through the back door after Old River.
Oh no!
And the first one it sees is Bastien, so that's the one it's going to swing at. With decayed hands that have withered down to the bone. This one hits.
Ouch!
Right. Right, good news, bad news situation. Bad news is 5 points of damage, unless you've got a way of negating that.
I do not.
Good news is that's all you can do.
Okie doke.
So, yes, that is a horrible, horrible scratch. Now it's Old River's turn. Old River is going to move on Ragnar instead, now that Bastien is occupied. Runs past.
No. What is it? Is little Timmy stuck down the well?
If Old River is able to understand you, he doesn't show any signs. This one doesn't manage to bite Ragnar, thankfully.
Ooh. Yes, because of the aura, probably. Or
Hopefully,
not.
maybe. You don't know.
Okay.
Either way, Roach.
Oh, you don't. So 10, 15. Can I stand on this, or is this something you climb on?
It'll cost you an extra 5 foot of move, but yes, it's just a table, so it's a case of 1, 2, 3 up.
Okay, so it's 10, 15, and it'll be 25. And he's going to thrust his rancer towards the dog.
And you know what? You also gain the benefit of being on a higher position when you attack something on a lower position, so you get a 1 circumstance bonus to that.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Ooh, nice.
Higher ground, just like Obi-Wan said. Jeez, Willikers! Alrighty, well, maybe there's no Old River anymore. Let's have a look.
Hate dogs.
And we get... Okay, so you skewer the dog and pull back, and a lot of decayed flesh comes with it, but the dog somehow has got enough pieces of itself still attached that it can still operate.
With like the central spikes to the dog, he's gonna like rotate the weapon and try to like pierce it with the other 2 trident like spikes on the end of it.
Right.
He's going to attack on the map. Sounds like a whiff.
Here's a swing and a miss, I'm afraid. It's got a bit less of a profile now that you pulled pieces of it off.
We didn't have much of one anyway.
Well, there we go. Bastien.
The dog's like 2D at this point.
Bastien will leap this way, so switch across and jump into whatever this cat cloakroom or whatever it is down here.
This is the library, so it's basically Lorrimor's stacks of books and shelves and whatnot. So
I'll knock over some stacks of books and slam my way to there before taking a swipe at this.
Caelee had just sorted those, damn it.
Yep. Say it was the dog.
What the hell? Woof. Okay.
Flanking.
The crits they are raining down. Okay then.
That dice karma is really paying off.
Yeah. Ooh.
I like how it's giving you crits, but it's almost always stiving you for the damage.
Yeah.
It's like, I give you the hit, but I don't give you all the points.
Yeah.
Foundry
Just a
can
little
be a real something. I'm not going to say it out loud. But nevertheless, you found a vital point and snipped enough of it away that it just falls to the ground.
He dead this time.
Well, it's certainly not moving anymore.
I
So
will
that's
turn with
one
my...
action left.
Yeah, I will turn with my last action and take a swipe at this last zombie in the doorway.
Right. Good. Critical miss. That was a roll of a 1. We go back the other way. What does this mean for you? You slipped on the books that you tumbled and you land prone.
I seem to spend a lot of time on my butt in these encounters.
It's well padded at this point.
Huh?
Rell.
The end of my turn.
That you hear a lot of kerfuffle going in the library at the moment.
Yeah, I just
Look at the books.
How far is it?
To those watching, I kind of imagine that they see Rell move before she actually moves. And there's a couple of echoes of Rell moving later than she moved as well, trailing behind.
I kind of think in like the Matrix scene with the cat. Like she appears and then disappears and then shows up again. Like in the exact same way.
The deja vu? Yeah, it could be as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa.
Leave this up to Emilia, of course.
I like it. I don't think there's anything I can do at this distance, so I might as well move in closer. I can stand over that corpse, right?
Yes, you can stand over the corpse. It's not pleasant.
Alright.
It's maybe a bit gooey, but now that it's not technically... It's more of an object than it is an actual adversary, then yes, you can occupy the same space.
I thought Rell was already in this room. But...
Well, yes. Were? You were, then
And
you
with
weren't,
my-
then you were. Yeah.
With my last action, I'll just put guidance on Bastien.
Okay. Oh, I like the images, by the way, of Bastien in his sleep cap. That's just brilliant.
AI is useful for something, and that's horrific nightgown because of Bastien.
Right
So
then,
you can keep
in
each
which
other's.
case, I am going to... Caelee, something comes into your eye line.
Ah, fire.
Fire. A skeleton. On fire. A walking skeleton that's on fire. And it's shambling in your direction. Now, these guys are rolling initiative, but it's not their turn yet because we are going into round 4, because it's actually Caelee's turn. As into her view shambles a flaming skeleton.
Dick, is it just the one that she sees, or does she see the second one around the corner?
Well, you can't see anything except unless you go around the corner, so...
Okay. Well, then Caelee will just assume, yes, flaming skeleton. We'll snap her fingers twice for the second sustain on benediction. And we'll actually fall back to here so we can get some people in the aura. And point out to the squad. Flaming skeletons inbound.
Oh, and I neglected to move Kendra because Ragnar did actually tell her, so I'm going to have her retreat into the dining room for the minute. Right, so, yes. Inbound skeletons, people. So, Ragnar, you have choice.
Ragnar is worried about the skeletons, but he is focused on the zombie, which he tries to spell strike again. Okay.
Alrighty,
So that's...
off you go.
Sorry. Some trouble with the macro.
That's fine. The fact that there is a macro for spell strike and it works so bloody well most of the time is still another example of how clever people can be with this.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hooah! So that
It's
wasn't
a
a
hit.
crit, so... But it was a hit, nevertheless, along with telekinetic projectiles. So, wagaboom. Good lord.
Lordy lord!
1 and 1.
Down in 1, I believe, is the...
Okay, 1 hit, 1 kill.
How would you like this thing to come apart?
It's just slashed into 2 pieces.
Shunk. Peels
Yes.
apart. Gotcha. Alright, so, skeleton shambles forwards, appears in the doorway. Unfortunately for Caelee, you can see that it also has a bow in its hand, and it clumsily pulls the string. Somehow the bow is also on fire without actually burning to nothing, so this is kind of weird, but nevertheless, attack, and a miss, swing and a miss. And then it is going to
Haha, you suck.
move into the room.
Think too
Roach.
soon!
Yeah, we're seeing Caelee get attacked. The Roach is going to spring into action and go to here. But seeing the thing on fire, he starts to hyperventilate. As he's trying to focus himself, he starts to, for some reason, like punch himself in the thigh, try to like inflict some pain on himself, and somehow that like focuses him, and then he's breathing calms and he just strikes instinctively. So he's going to strike here.
Nice.
Wabam! That is a hit. Roll damage. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. In fact, oomph. Smashed. Turned into little smoking bits of bone and
Nice.
bone powder.
And he like tries to slow his breathing as he continues to walk forward and get to this point in case anything else shows up. And that will be my turn.
It's funny you should mention that. Because another one turns up in the door.
Oh, not funny, haha.
Well, it was funny for me.
Yes.
Oh, hello!
Shit!
So, in a moment of where Roach's muscles momentarily lock up in alarm as he sees something else on fire move into the doorway, it gives the skeleton just enough of a hesitation on Roach's part that it hits with the bow. And, ooh, I go maximum on one dice and minimum on the other, so we get a 12. Where do you imagine this arrow hits him, that hits him so hard?
Probably like the gut, but probably somehow misses some vital organs, but still very impactful.
In the pancreas.
That's my favourite organ.
Oh, my spleen! Which is a sound file that you get if you play the first Dawn of War game, by the way. If you go up against Chaos Cultists, sometimes when you kill them, they do that.
Oh, those are like the little builders, right? They like build all the structures, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dawn
no.
of War was well, basically one of those war game real-time
RTS.
strategy games.
Yeah.
Bastien, you are currently on the floor.
I will stand. I think I heard a little bit of a yell from
This way.
the north, from Roach. So I will stand, and then I will running to here. Nods. And I will come barreling past to help. I'm here to help.
But
I'll get
sadly,
That's all my actions.
that's all your actions. So by helping,
Yep.
you're here mostly for moral support.
I'm good with my moral support.
Right then, Rell. You danced one direction.
Time to
Right. Might have to dance
zip
another.
and zip. Yeah.
Zip. But as accelerated as you are, you make it with 2 actions to spare, so...
Enough left over for a vitality lash.
Indeed you do, so I will roll for this guy. I seriously doubt it. Oh, look at that! Because of course I did.
This skeleton is blessed.
Indeedy. So, let's see. How did... I'm going to suggest maybe there was, that might be from the actual time curse itself. Rell, for a moment, thought that the skeleton was where it is, but it turns out it isn't, because it's there. Maybe Rell saw it when it was by here, before it shot Roach. And then time speeds, or doesn't speed. Rell's perception of time then comes back with everyone else's, and she sees it was actually there all along, so she vitality lashed air, unfortunately. But now there is no more delay. We are straight into round 5. Caelee.
Caelee is in a great position for a 3-action heal.
Yes, indeed.
Ooh.
This is what we call the heal bomb.
This will be, well, everything. Everything around me.
Ooh.
That is good. So folks all take 6 points of healing, whilst the skeleton... Watch this. Another 20. Nope.
Huge.
See what I did there? I deliberately hexed myself. So it takes the full 6, and then some, because... Does it have a weakness? It does not, but it's still enough to take.
Nice.
Comes apart under the flash of healing vitality power, which brings us to the end of that encounter.
Can I stamp out the
back up.
stamp out the whatever flames there are of in the hall here?
Yes.
Don't want to damage a rug. It really pulls this room together.
So, around about this time, as you guys can essentially turn off anything that has got a duration of rounds, you do hear there's a moment where folks feel the anxiety of an unfinished battle come back as they hear the sound of footsteps on cobblestone getting closer to you. That was one hell of a recall knowledge. What was it you were after specifically there, Nick?
Ragnar didn't see such undead creatures before, so he was wondering what the hell are they?
Well,
and what weaknesses they have, and what resistances probably, maybe, if any.
So, yes, it looked and acted like an animated skeleton, so on first blush, your immediate thought is, well, anything that hurts a skeleton will hurt a flaming skeleton, surely, but it being on fire suggests that other things it would be very much resistant to. Its own fire, for starters. Cold would be another one that it'd be resistant to due to the fact that it is on fire. But weaknesses? No. Nothing that you remember reading or coming across in any of your previous researches on undead and how to kill them. Volumes 1 through 20.
Okay.
But what I will give you is that some of these flaming skeletons have been observed and then written about with the ability to essentially use their own skull as ammunition. So some flaming skeletons have been known to essentially detach their own skulls and hurl them.
Okay.
So
Ragnar mumbles this information to himself and to his companions while he is trying to move some bones of the skeleton with his sword.
It's at this point that you hear the sound of booted feet on cobblestones, and it's not just the sheriff that turns up, it's the sheriff and a number of his militia. Let's go with 3. As he comes running in, panting. We heard there was reports of banging and some kind of crash, and I came as fast as I could when I gathered, and he looks down at the mess. Great for Erasma. What happened here?
Question, I was asleep. There was a noise and we came running down and these things, including, and I'll point to the remains of the professor, including that thing, which appears to be the remains of the professor, I say, checking to make sure that Kendra's not around.
She said. Yes, she's not within the immediate vicinity.
Yeah.
The professor? Wait.
Looks like him, right?
You're not saying that he was actually a thing? Like old Gibbs said he was?
Don't know.
No,
I mean,
nothing.
No?
No. Surely not.
Then what in the hell's happened here?
Between these things and all the other things going on, it would seem as if there's something very wrong with your town.
You know what? This is the absolute last straw. I've put this off long enough. This is a problem, and everybody needs to know about it. If the dead are now wandering the streets and attacking houses. Okay. The town needs to be notified, and the council needs to be told, and we need to all come together and decide what to do about this. Okay. Oh, of course, the body of... Is Miss Kendra all right?
I'm sure she's... And probably...
Is she going to need somewhere to stay?
Oh, maybe we can offer, but I imagine this is probably the best place for her.
Yes,
once
of course.
We clean up this, obviously.
Yes. How badly are people hurt? Does anyone need any extra help? I can call Father Grimbarrow, maybe. Get some medical attention in here.
You appear to quite heavily. Several spots, actually. It looks like.
Just like breaks off the arrow shaft.
You're also...
I'm fine. It's nothing. We need to act though. It's getting a bit crazy.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, and I'll place my hands. If you don't mind, just with the lady's blessing, and I'll hands on where the arrow struck you.
Lay your hands on me. Combining Pathfinder with Bon Jovi, and you didn't think it could be done.
Well, your fingers rippling abs.
Yeah, there's like...
Yeah, surprisingly buff.
So it turns out that breastplate wasn't a breastplate after all. They just spray painted in silver.
It's like Meet the Spartans. They just draw the abs straight onto them.
Every day you're gonna have to do a deception check.
Right. Well, this is unacceptable. I'm going to post some guards here, and I'm going to get some extra folks in here to help clean up everything in here.
I think, Sheriff, if you don't mind, I think we can guard this place. Surely men would be better served in the more vulnerable places in town, unless you've got an abundance of them.
Well,
but I think we're okay.
If you really think so, if you're sure.
Yes, we've got this, right?
Yes, we can manage, I think. And also we can clean up the place ourselves. It's not much of a trouble. Please take your men and direct them elsewhere where they are needed.
Check the town.
Of course. We'll do an immediate sweep. Yes, make sure nothing else has happened. All right, yes.
Yeah, it may be worth checking out the cemetery, because obviously the professor was buried there, but he's here now.
Of course, yes. Good point. I'll do that myself, along with some others. If you're sure I can't leave any guards.
We can come grab you if things get out of hand. But I think if it gets to that stage of affairs, then we're all in a lot of trouble.
Indeed. All right then. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave you to repairs and mess cleaning up and whatnot. I'm going to wake all of my guards and have them do a very, very urgent patrol of everywhere. Take a few with me to the cemetery. I need to gather the council, and everyone needs to get appraised of the situation. Everybody in town needs to know about this. We can't keep people in the dark anymore, so I'm going to call a town gathering. It's probably going to take most of the day to organize, so I want you folks to finish resting up, and I will let you know when it's time to be called to the town hall meeting, because people are going to need to hear about what's going on in some form or other. So, yes, essentially, if you can give me the day, we can get the town together in a town hall meeting, and we can all hash this out. If that's agreeable to yourselves.
Yes, sir. And also, I will prepare the evidence. The bodies of the undead will be there to display.
Very well. Very good. All right then.
Oh,
I'm so sorry this had to happen.
Let us know if you need anything during the day. We can. If you need us to help patrol or help build defenses or anything along those lines.
Anything's handy at this point, if you think. Of course, if you've got other things you need to be getting on with in order to find out more about what's going on, like you said, you've been doing a lot of research on the prison as well as other things, so...
Oh, yes.
Anything really to help. But I need to spend the day... I mean, we need to tell the Wheel Day Parchment to post an urgent message about the town hall gathering tonight, so... Make it towards the late afternoon, maybe, instead. At the very latest, we need to get everybody together as quick as possible. In any case, I have work to be doing, and you folks have got a mess to clean up, so... Best to you.
Yes, you too.
He seems like a nice chap.
Well... Kendra is currently in the sitting room by herself, racked with sobs.
You guys check if she's okay. I'll make a start on cleaning up some of this mess.
Yeah, can we make an attempt at a little patch job on these broken doors?
Yeah.
Fine, fair and good.
Ragnar gently puts his hand on Kendra's shoulder.
She flinches initially, but then realizes who it is.
It's over, Kendra.
Are
The
you
zombies
sure?
are down. Yes, the sheriff was here too. Everything is fine. I'm sorry you had to witness this horror, but it's okay now. Please. How are you?
Is he gonna get up again?
Not very likely. I didn't hear any stories of the undead waking up again after being put down. Very unlikely.
There's a
No,
very
you know
definite... Sorry, go on.
Yes. You know, it wasn't him, Kendra. It was just his body, which was controlled by some external force.
She gives a series of very quick nods, but you definitely caught that. I mean, Rell, who's looking on, and Roach too, caught that as soon as Ragnar said the words "put down," she did grimace, and she's now fighting to hold back another bout of sobs.
Ragnar sighs heavily and looks at Rell and at Roach with some hope they can say some right words to her.
Not good with people.
That's fine.
That's my problem, too.
I mean, out of curiosity, was the well, it's not the professor anymore, but was he after you, Kendra, or did it look like he was just after anyone?
I don't
didn't see
know.
what happened.
Yes, we don't know for sure, but it definitely looked like it was after Kendra, but we cannot be sure.
It seems like a lot of these undead have been targeting us, but even more so Kendra. We have to be vigilant.
What I will say, especially because of that recall knowledge roll you made earlier, were there... Let me see if I can phrase this properly without tripping over my tongue. Besides the obvious reason that Pharasma does not like the undead, there's a more moralistic reason to it, too. Insofar as, usually, an undead, a risen undead, is the result of the animating soul has essentially been captured, stopped from going on to its proper afterlife, and then shoved back into a corpse, essentially. Maybe not necessarily their own corpse. And so the whole horrible reason as to why it's such an evil act is because you are literally pulling a soul away from its afterlife, its proper rest, and then binding it into a hunk of dead meat or bone. So there's what I'm essentially getting at is that there's no obvious way of being able to tell whether or not that was Professor Lorrimor's soul inside of his body.
Yes.
But there's also no reason to suggest that it wasn't.
Yes, we simply
Probably-
don't know.
Probably like a pointless question, but when with like necromancy, do they have to be near the body to perform it, or is it something they can do remotely? Or is that more like depend on how powerful you are as a spellcaster, I guess? Like if they want to raise the professor, would they have to go to his grave and do it, or could they do it from like somewhere else?
Well, let me
As far as I know,
That's
Ragnar
basically what.
says
Okay. Yeah.
usually you have to be close by, usually. But I don't know about some powerful necromancers. Maybe they have the ability to do that from a distance, but usually they have to be nearby.
And I'm just
I think.
thinking because this ain't the first time this happened. It happened in the on the farm and whatnot. So obviously someone is in town that can do this, but it's definitely not Gibbs.
Yeah, that's the possibility. Maybe there's a spirit here, a powerful ghost that can do such things, which is another possibility, I think. We simply don't have enough information yet.
Okay. Anyone else with anything else they want to do at this point?
Barring up the doors.
Sure.
Yeah.
Plus, I thought that priest was supposed to reconsecrate the ground. What's that man doing? It's happened twice now with the mummy, and then he apparently sorted it out, and now it's happening again.
Caelee just points to the song and the notes. The song! The father! He's lying!
Maybe he's not powerful enough, because the evil which rose the dead could have been much more powerful than the priest.
You
So
do. It's a good point, and you do remember Father Grimborough saying that when he and his acolytes were trying the consecration ritual, the power of Pharasma was constrained somehow. It was a trickle, less, not as much as a gush as it usually is.
So it's like being suppressed for some reason.
Maybe it's not the power of Pharasma, maybe the power of the connection of those priests to Pharasma. We don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm. So, those of you who had your sleep interrupted can, somehow, maybe, try to get the rest of your, well, rest.
Yes. And Ragnar is going to sleep close to Kendra, maybe to the door of her room.
Sure.
Just to make sure she's safe.
As you can imagine, Kendra is really not looking forward to the prospect of sleep. So it takes a bit of time and effort to get her to actually go to bed, and it's mostly alcohol related that eventually calms her down enough that she can go back to her room with the prospect of getting some sleep. So getting some strong alcohol involved eventually makes her drowsy enough that she can be bundled up into her room and left to sleep it off. But yes, being on guard outside her room is fine and good, and that means the rest of you that did get your sleep interrupted do still manage to get your full amount of sleep, so that's all fine and dandy. You can not worry about that. So you may as well hit your rest buttons again to make sure that you get your per day abilities back. Very good, very good. And as such, the morning comes to you in a somewhat more muted sense. There's less of the chatter, especially from Kendra when she eventually comes down. She's very, very quiet. Seems to be very much in her own head, just moving about stuff and doing it by rote more than anything else. She seems to be going out of her way to avoid the reception hall. Nevertheless, the doors are easy enough to reinforce. Sorry, Nick, you're going to say something.
Yes, Nick is Ragnar is doing his best to clean up the mess, so nothing reminds Kendra of what happened.
Sure.
And also, he makes sure that all the evidence, all the corpses are put in bags and in proper fashion to present them to the audience.
Well, as it happens, Soap already got there and said Bastien is piling undead parts in a sheltered area of the back garden, so you've all got it amassed tidy in one area ready for you to do such. So.
Oh yes, Ragnar is helping Bastien to do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bastien did that last night while you were checking on Kendra.
Hold the phone. Well, have we accidentally deleted... No, we haven't. I was going to say, I haven't accidentally deleted Caelee, have I? No,
I was hiding.
I have done that before by accident. I hit the delete key without realising I had a player token selected, so it is something I have done, so you'll excuse me for being
Resurrection, it's a little expensive, but
Caelee's back. Caelee's back.
I snapped my fingers and I blipped you, so yeah. So, yes, the day comes about, and you have got the day to do stuff with before the town meeting is essentially called. So, getting that last bit of research in, quite possibly, to see if you can finally get a handle on what's going on with, at the very least, with Harrowstone. You still
Yes.
have Kendra available as a resource to get you an automatic point on whatever you want to research. So,
Yes, and Ragnar tries his best to engage his friend to get her off her, fixation on what happened.
yes, get her out of the house and doing something so that
Yes,
she's
which
kept
should
busy.
be. Yes, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Very good. So, what would you like to do, guys?
Ragnar stays close to Kendra and tries his best to research about, the Harrowstone
Okay.
topic.
Pouring through Harrowstone, I guess, either at the house or
Maybe at the temple.
maybe at the temple, yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever we've had most luck so far.
Yep. All makes
Yeah,
sense.
I think we should go to the temple.
To the temple.
Because, yes, change of place and mood.
Very good, very good. So let's give you Ravengrow to look at. So let's take Kendra and put her next to you guys. I don't know what she was doing with Vashian Hearthmount. What you doing there, dirty old man?
Conspiracy.
That'd be full melt.
So, yeah. Is anyone else doing anything different? Like, what's Rell doing?
I'm totally down for some last minute cramming before we have to present what we know to the council.
Cool. Bastien?
Oh, I'm
Doing-
not great at research. Maybe I'll go and check in on Gibbs.
Gibbs
Yeah,
and
your friend
Sheriff?
Gibbs.
Yep, that's
This
fine.
is my friend.
I mean, the offer of being on patrol is one that you can do and take up and earn income with.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that. Go and
So
see
if-
the sheriff and Gibbs, and then see if they need me to roll.
So if Roach wants to do the same, that job's available too.
Yeah, ritual company, Bastien.
Now, I forget, you guys have done so far, tried farming, bouncing outside of the Laughing Demon. I don't think you, or have you actually tried being paid guards for the town yet?
No,
Yeah,
we
not guards.
offered to help with thing, but
Oh, very
didn't
good then.
do
That
guard
means we can
duties.
make this roll for the first time.
Yeah.
So let's do that first before we get to the research, so we can see how well, or badly, Bastien and Roach managed to do the job of keeping care of the town.
We're a pair of highly charismatic sorts. This'll clearly go well.
The haircut and the abs, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Together they are unstoppable.
Exactly. What would you like us to roll?
Well, that is a good point. What would be applicable if you are just being on the job for being the militia?
Athletics. A lot
yeah.
of walking around.
No,
Nothing
I
to
can
do
go
with
with
athletics.
athletics.
Probably are both of our best.
Yeah, just helping out with stuff here and there, moving things around, moving people on, keeping people from going in places they probably don't want to go yet. Athletics will do me fine. Sure. You've both got the earn income macro from before, yes?
Nice.
Yes.
Excellent.
Let's try level 1.
Ooh, confident.
I roll like shit. Let's do it.
That looks like a good one. There you are.
Ooh,
Success. 2 silver for yourself.
yay.
Bastien also. Success. Earns 2 silver. So you
Hooray.
do a good job. I like that. Go on.
Was Gibbs
Good
still in the
point.
cell? Everything okay?
Gibbs is still in the cell, and he, if you go in and check on him, he reports that he slept fine last night. A couple of things happened during the night that made him a bit alarmed. Turns out it was the sheriff reacting to the attack on Lorrimor House. But he doesn't remember having any nightmares. The sheriff can confirm that they had no trouble from Gibbs all night. None of the guards on watch reported had any trouble from him whatsoever. So,
Good sign.
yes, good sign indeed. So you guys do a stellar job at helping out during the course of the day. And now we get to the research rolls. So if we are using the temple in order to research Harrowstone, then we are looking at society rolls, DC 13. So those three of y'all who are doing the research, off you go. So that's one already.
May I use my Ravengrow lore?
Yes, absolutely you can. There's another one from Rell, so... Oh, it was almost a 20. But it's... Ooh, you know what, I'll give that a pass.
Dang.
No, it was close enough. I'll give that a pass. 4.
I read that last word. I just didn't understand the exclamation mark. I'm not sure why it's there.
That is what we wanted. Not the exclamation mark thing, the 4. The big round number. Right. What do we learn? I am looking in the wrong place. It helps if I look in the right place. Right. Harrowstone. At the time Harrowstone burned, 5 particularly notorious criminals had recently arrived at the prison. While commonly held belief is that the tragic fire began accidentally after the riot began, in fact, the prisoners had already seized control of the dungeon and had been in command of the lower level for several hours before the fire. Warden Hawkrun triggered a deadfall to seal the rioting prisoners in the lower level, but in so doing trapped himself and nearly 24 guards. The prisoners were in the process of escaping when the panicked guards, up on the ground level, accidentally started the fire in a desperate attempt to end the riot. And so, we have the 5 prisoners. Go on.
I'll ask if there was any details on who those 5 prisoners were, but also not there. So
We've made enough progress that I can give you the names of who they were. So, originally Harrowstone housed only local criminals, but as the prison's fame spread, other counties and distant lands began paying to have more dangerous criminals housed within Harrowstone's walls. So, at the time of the Great Harrowstone Fire, the number of particularly violent or dangerous criminals imprisoned in the dungeons below was at an all-time high, apparently. And 5 of the most notorious prisoners in Harrowstone at the time of the Great Fire were Father Charlatan, the Lopper, the Mosswater Marauder, the Piper of Illmarsh, and the Splatterman.
The Splatterman.
some great names.
I mean, the one that stands out is the Piper. Is that the one that Bastien may have encountered?
The
'Cause he had
Piper
a
of
piper.
Illmarsh. Yes, he did. Quite right. Well, according to what you learn, before he snatched his victims, the Piper of Illmarsh taunted his targets with a mournful dirge on his flute. He preferred to paralyze lone victims by dosing their meals with lich dust and then allowed his pet sturges to drink the blood of his victims dry.
Cheers.
Sounds familiar.
Anybody else you want to look into?
Who was the
Could
third
you
one?
Put them all in chat because I didn't get to write them all down.
Sure. Let me do it. That's a good idea, actually.
I got Father Charlatan,
Father Charlatan.
then I missed the third one. Got Piper of Illmarsh, and then the Splatterman.
The Lopper, wasn't it? Lopper, Mosswater, Marauder.
Swater. per Marsh. Two today. The Splatterman.
I wonder which one, if it is one of these possessed Gibbs then. Could be anyone, I guess.
I'd say
Well,
the
who do you
one
want to
that
research next?
splatters blood.
Do you want to
that's
research the
true.
Splatterman next? So, we've had the Piper of Ilmarsh. Anybody else interested in any of the other ones?
I guess Splatterman, because that might, it might be the one that's connected to the ones we've actually encountered, so... It's either that or the Lopper, I imagine.
Okay. The Splatterman. Professor Heen Ferrimin was a celebrated scholar of anthroponomastics, which is the study of personal names and their origins. And he did so at the Quarterfoe Archives in Califas. Yet an accidental association with a succubus twisted and warped his study, turning it into an obsession. Ferrimin became obsessed with the power of a name and how he could use it to terrify and control. Soon enough, with his reputation ruined, he'd lost his tenure and developed an uncontrollable obsession with an imaginary link between a person's name and what happens to that name when the person dies. A few days later, he would secretly arrange for his victim to find a letter from her name written in blood, perhaps smeared on a wall or spelled out with carefully arranged entrails. Once he had spelled his victim's name, he would at last come for them, killing them in a gory mess using a complex trap or series of rigged events meant to look like an accident.
This was
Well, what do you know?
with Gibbs. Oh my god.
Next.
Mystery solved. All right, let's go. Let's pack it.
If we had if we had guns, it would be a smoking one.
Trying to think what other things we've counted. I mean, I don't remember what Rell's dream was, but I remember my dream had a guy with a hammer and a skull.
So let
it
me get
might
to
be...
that one.
Yeah, I was going to probably say it's the Mosswater Marauder, maybe.
Yes.
I doubt it's the Lopper. But yeah.
Ragnar's was the Lopper. He was about to get his head cut off.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So, Ispin Onyx Cudgel. Only 5 years
What?
before his hometown of Mosswater was destined to be overrun and ruined by monsters from a nearby river, Ispin was a well-liked artisan and a doting husband. When he discovered his wife's infidelity, he flew into a jealous rage and struck her head with his hammer, shattering her skull and his sanity in one murderous blow. Racked with shame and guilt, Ispin became convinced that if he could rebuild his wife's skull, she would come back to life. But unfortunately, he could not find the last blade-shaped fragment from the murder site. So instead, Ispin became the Mosswater Marauder. Over the course of several weeks, the cunning dwarf stalked and murdered nearly 20 people while searching for just the right skull fragment. He was captured just before murdering the daughter of a visiting nobleman from Varno and was carted off to Harrowstone that very same night.
Master artisan, but can't just use one skull to make that fragment. Come on, man.
I'm beginning to wonder why they didn't kill such people on the spot or something. Why bother with prisons?
The Lopper, otherwise known as Vance Satrassel. When the Lopper stalked prey, he would hide in the most unlikely of places, sometimes for days upon end, with only a few supplies to keep him going, while he waited for the exact moment to strike. Once his target was alone, the Lopper would emerge and savagely behead his victim with a hand axe.
Well, Father Charlatan.
Father Charlatan. Cephik Corvin. Of the 5 notorious prisoners, only Father Charlatan was not technically a murderer. Yet his crimes were so blasphemous that several churches demanded he be punished to the full extent of Ustalavic law. Although he claimed to be an ordained priest in any number of faiths, Father Corvin was in fact a travelling con artist who used faith as a mask and a means to bilk the faithful out of money in payment for false miracles or cures. He became known as Father Charlatan after his scheme was exposed and his Skazani accomplices murdered half a dozen city guards in an attempt to make good the group's escape. So there you have it. So, if you read the rhyme again.
Oh God, they're all part of the rhyme. I swear it was.
Caelee just kind of looks at Bastien like, you know what to say.
Hey, look, Bastien's a little slow.
So, I will give people time to digest this and also to put stuff on the clue board as and when you wish. In fact, I'll zoom in here so folks can see what you're doing.
So the long and short of it is that all of these prisoners seem to somehow influencing.
There you go.
Yeah, influencing matters outside of the prison in the town many years after they had supposedly all burned in prison fire.
Yes.
I think we are probably to go and take a look at the Harrowstone, right?
Yes. That's what you get if you do not avenge victims of such criminals.
Sure, I mean,
Yeah, they go and kill them again.
in theory, the criminal justice system was doing its thing. They had done the crimes and were doing the time, but it seems as if maybe there's some sort of malevolent that is stopping these people from maybe these spirits from receiving their rightful judgment and being sent to.
Yes, some entity is probably behind those 5 criminals.
And if we, well, if I may speculate, it's the professor talked about this necromantic group, the Whispering Way. Maybe they're behind it.
Yes, most likely.
Detective work. Really, had to do like this before. It's quite tiring.
Yes. We can rest by going to the place and maybe killing some undead.
Sure. We probably ought to see what the sheriff and the town council have to say first, though, right? We had asked.
Yes, you've spent many hours now poring over all of this, so yes, the day is getting done, and that's the next thing on the agenda. Sure.
Yeah. So probably the check in with the council and whatever meeting the sheriff has organised, and then we can head up there, fresh in the morning.
Yes. Agreed.
If anybody wants to up for midnight excursion into a spooky, burned down prison?
I prefer daylight excursions to such places.
Yep.
But
I agree with him on this one.
Yep.
Go in with as much advantage as possible.
Yeah.
Where's your sense of adventure? Come on, go in during
12
total
hours.
Sorry, I talked over you there, Oz.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Off to the meeting, then.
Yes.
After the meeting. Right, before we
Let's
do...
get the
go on.
blessings. Yes, let's get the blessings of the townsfolk and then go to do on-site investigation right away.
Cool. Are folks done with putting stuff on the clue board? Or do folks need a little more time to put more clues on?
I think it was just me, but yeah, I'm pretty much good.
Okay. Pardon me. Just check something a moment. Oh, I see. You're right, Nick. You're still on the investigation board?
Ah, no problem. I'll jump to the actual one.
No, I was just asking if, just in case you had stuff you still wanted to do there. Because if I put us to the town hall, it's going to interrupt whatever it is you're doing, so I want to make sure you're done first.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Smart. So, let's jump back to Ravengrow. And yes, the town hall meeting. So let's let me find that first. And let's get us to... Right, the town hall. So all of you guys are going, so let me bring your tokens in.
Oh, one other thing I would raise. We did hear a rumour about an executioner that still wanders the prison. I'm assuming that was the actual executioner of the prison, not a criminal. Because I'm assuming they probably killed people in the prison as well. Or maybe it was just a different killer that has not been mentioned.
I've got someone at the door, give me just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you getting that from?
It was one of the rumours we got from the townsfolk.
Oh, it's not for me. Oh, dear. Never mind. Okay, so, yeah, there was a story about the prison's executioner, or the scythe at the very least, still wandering about. Was that just a rumour, though?
Okay. Yeah, just because it doesn't line up with any of those ones, but yeah, probably was just a rumour.
You certainly have so far come across nothing to suggest as much.
Okay.
But, at this point, who the hell knows?
Yeah. There's a lot of criminals who could have just been in any of them.
But from what you've learnt of the prison, then, by the sounds of it, everyone sent their bad people here, and they probably got executed here too.
Everyone's got a gimmick these days.
And if privately owned prison is your thing, then, I was about to make a mistake there and comparing it to something in modern day, but that way lies rage and disappointment, so let's stay away from that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So let's jump to the town hall. So when you guys get there to the town hall, there is a gathering of many people, most of the town. There are also folks gathered outside the town hall itself as well, so it's practically standing room only in the main hall itself. So let's see who's there. So the meeting is starting to come to order. The sun is starting to go down at this point. There are about close to 60 people gathered either inside or directly outside, all clustered around where they can hear what's going on inside. So you guys had to essentially part the sea of people in order to get past them to get to the actual town hall itself, where Sheriff Caelee is there right at the back near the door, and as soon as he sees you, he asks for people to move out of your way so that you can file in towards the back. I was like, oh, thank you for coming. As you can see, there's not much room in here, so for the moment, just stand where you can, and we'll wait for the introduction for you to be signed, and then we can get on with praising these people, but as you can see, there's a lot of people, and they've all got something to say, because it is quite raucous in here at the moment.
Being casually against the back wall, in a nonchalant and cool pose. Look at
In your
me.
pajamas.
Oh no, I'm in pajamas. God, it's
Wake
like
up.
a dream. It's a dream you have when you're addressing the town council in your pajamas.
This is worse than the dream in the prison.
Yep.
So, the vast amount of the voices that are ringing off here are going towards the 4 council members who stand on the platform at the far end of the hall. From before, you recognise Bastien Hearthmount, who, in case you don't remember, is the guy who did the reading of the will for Professor Lorrimor. Gairen Murakar apparently is the guy who, as well as being one of the council members, he's also the guy who edits the Wheel Day Parchment. The other 2, Shanda Faravan and Murta Straylock, are both just council members, respectively. Respected members of society who have been given the responsibility of being essentially the 4 people in charge. And so at the moment they are holding their hands up, trying to keep people calm, as most people are demanding solutions to what's going on, as more than a couple of people are now volunteering their own eerie reports of encounters with strange goings on. So it seems that it's not just yourselves that have been exclusively getting some of the weird stuff that's been going on around town. So Councilman Hearthmount begins to speak, and the mob starts to grow quiet as he says, "We are currently looking for solutions right now, and those people with knowledge of such potential solutions are here at the back." And he gestures towards yourselves, and all heads turn to you.
Me.
What was that, sorry?
I look behind.
The farmer behind you looks at you like, "What, me?" And so, yes, Sheriff Caelee kind of leans in and goes, "I think they mean you. It's time to go to the front."
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm assuming that Ragnar is the one carrying the bag full of undead bits.
Yes.
Pardon me. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
It's like about how many bags? It's 4 bags.
4 bags.
2 small ones and two big ones.
Carrion
Zombies.
bin bags of us.
All of the pieces. For sure. Okay.
We got 6 bin bags in a shopping trolley and we're moving down the aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully
me.
someone's helping Ragnar because they're too heavy for him to carry alone.
Yeah, Rach will be assisting.
Okay. Thank you.
So the councilman essentially goes, "So these are the brave individuals who have been looking into the strange goings on within our town. They are associates, friends of Professor Lorrimor, and have been working tirelessly, as many of you, I'm sure, can attest. So, my friends, what exactly is going on and how are you going to fix it?"
We are going to fix it.
Yes, I'm glad that you fixated on that last that last sentence there, because everyone is now looking at you expectantly.
People of Ravengrow, your town is wonderful, but also slightly
Cursed.
cursed. Yeah. Thank you, Roach. Slightly, mildly, possibly ever so slightly.
Beverly.
We think
Ragnar tries not to chuckle.
we think that this has to do with the incidents at the prison many years ago, where the 5 notorious prisoners. You're probably familiar with them, and I'll recant the rhyme. Out of the mouths of babes, huh?
Yep, no one
yes,
laughs.
well,
There's
anyway,
a cough. There's a cough from the back. That's it.
We think that something has awakened these spirits, and they are potentially reaching out to enact some sort of.
I bet it was that Lorrimor! Comes someone from the back.
No, 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 no. From our extensive research, the professor was investigating the same issue and had stumbled across maybe a lead to the same ends. That there was an external group. He was very much part of this community and very much enjoyed all of his time here. I believe the I think maybe he's stumbled upon something.
A death cult.
And yes, yeah. Thank you, Roach. Cult, and that's probably why he was murdered.
Murdered? He had a stone fall on him.
Well, yes. Who and how did that stone fall on him? The professor was a clever man, a wise man. No mere stone falling would have befallen. Well, I guess it did fall on him. But anyway, probably. So we to say suspect that potentially foul play.
Is this like a town meeting?
Yeah.
I remember how. I mean, sorry to jump in here, but this reminds me of a talk I tried giving. It was part of an assignment in university all those many moons ago, and I just remember constantly the lecturer was handing me notes, just telling me how much time I had left, which completely threw me. So I'm almost imagining that some members of the team are like handing. As well as Roach just leaning in and going, don't forget the death cult, the death cult.
Yeah.
So Bastien's trying his best, but he's also getting notes and little reminders coming in, so he's having to trip over. I'm trying to speak, stop breaking my flow. So, yeah, it's funny. It's also given me flashbacks, so excuse me a little.
But yes, Bastien with his charisma of +1 is attempting to paint a picture in a friendly, affable, yet serious manner.
Well, it seems to be working. I don't think the +1 has anything to do with how he's getting the information across. So yeah, people are listening.
Yes, and so with that, I believe that the next order of events will be for a brave group, dare I say, heroic group. Yes, us. We shall head into the ruins of this Harrowstone prison and see if we can uncover more of what is going on there. If that's okay with everyone here.
So at that point, Councilman Hearthmount goes, "Excellent!" and starts clapping loudly, at which point everyone else starts to join in slowly. It's like, oh, are we clapping? Yeah, okay, we're clapping. Yeah.
Himself.
They're taking it on, and slowly, it's like a ripple effect. It starts with one guy, then it becomes the 4 council people, then it becomes the front row, then it starts to spread. The ripple of claps. As people starting to realise now what's going on and that you're basically volunteering to do the dangerous stuff for them. Can I get everyone who's not Bastien to give me perception checks, please? Because Bastien's busy.
I was about to say, I'd turn my head, Bastien's wearing like a full Lord Mayor outfit out of nowhere.
Yes.
Where'd that come from? You've been wearing that this entire time?
He's so good, he just put it on when no one's looking.
Yeah.
It fits so good, too.
Ooh. Oh, how
Have you even managed to, to like pad out my belly so I look like a hefty town mare.
Got the gold chains on.
Yeah. I prestidigitated them off of the actual mare.
Okay. So, yeah, there's a round of applause. People are starting to clap, and it's like, yes, our heroes are here, and Caelee and Rell and Ragnar are essentially taking this in. Amazed that maybe Bastien hasn't said something offensive and totally put the crowd against you. He's doing very well, in fact. It's like, oh, our boy's grown up. Roach. As soon as... It was not long after the ripple of claps. But pretty much when Bastien announced we're going to the ruin of old Harrowstone, 5 of the braziers that are providing the light in the hall, they flared briefly. And it was odd enough that it caught your eye, because you swear you didn't feel a waft of wind come in from anywhere. It was a sudden spurt. The five torches that light the area suddenly increased in output, shall we say, for a moment there.
I think his eyes will dart towards the nearest, doorway, the entrance, I guess.
Which is
it
the opposite
open?
end of the hall, yes.
Is it currently open?
Oh yeah, it's open, because there are people standing outside looking in, trying to get a good look at what's going on and what's being said.
Okay. I think, as people are talking, I think he's just going to slowly drift over towards because he's kind of afraid. Well, he's definitely had past experiences with enclosed spaces and fire, so he's a little hesitant, so he's going to just casually walk past everyone, kind of fanning his way through people.
Okay.
Try and see if the doorway is definitely his objective.
Yes.
He's going to take a momentary pause in his reveling in the glory that he's got at the moment to whisper to Rell. You know where Roach is going?
I don't know. He didn't say anything.
Hey, what?
It's at that point. Sorry to interrupt. What were you saying?
No, that's fine.
It's at that point that as the clapping and the cheering is starting to die down, and maybe Ragnar is looking to the rest of you in regards to, is it now that we do the whole talk about what we found? We lugged these heavy bags in here. Are we going to do this or what?
Yeah.
In that, you catch from behind you one of the council members. I'm going to say it's Myrta Straylock. She turns to look behind her, and you overhear her say, Caelee and Ragnar overhear her saying, "Do you hear that?" And as soon as she says that, you start to hear this sound of a wailing sound, but it's getting louder. No, it's not getting louder, it's getting closer. And then all of a sudden, with a smash of exploding windows, which are the windows at the northern end of the meeting hall, as the windows explode inwards, a pair of flaming balls in the shape of screaming skulls come firing in, causing the council members, of course, to duck from the shower of glass. But at the same time that these flaming skulls just smash their way into the town hall and set everybody a-shrieking, that's when the 5 torches that flared briefly to life earlier now flare completely into these big columns of fire. And those who are looking in the direction of those 5 torches notice, for just the briefest of instants, you could swear, as those torches burned bright and fierce for just a moment, you could see faces 5 different faces, all snarling and leering at you, as they suddenly, those areas of the walls catch fire.
Oh shit!
And panic ensues.
Holy moly!
Whoa.
So, panicking people. Fire!
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this into initiative, of course, but I have to be careful not to get everybody. So now you have a very interesting situation.
It's fine, right? This is fine. This is the actual this is fine.
Yes.
These are
right.
originated from.
Yeah.
Roll your initiative.
Cannot roll good initiative.
Well, let's see how it curses me with such. I got an okay
Gibbs
and
is
a
just
more than
safe in
okay.
his cell right now, laughing to himself.
So, yeah, Roach, this is a horrible situation for you. But moreover, for everybody else. So, we start off with Caelee. Well, this situation is pretty bad. So what I'm going to say is, due to the sheer press of panicked people, if you want to move through the area, every 5 square of movement is actually 10 because you're trying to get yourself through the press of people. Unless you try and do something about said press of people. So what would you like to do?
Okay, so these 5 locations are just fires that are started, but then there's also the flaming skulls that are on the stage.
Indeed, yes.
Okay, well, first thing Caelee will do is to the nearest people that can hear amongst the screaming is just direct them to exit exit the building and or help with the fires.
Okay, so you can give me... Now, diplomacy and or intimidation are not Caelee's strong suits, are they?
Nope.
So, how many actions
to
do you
figure
want
out
to...
that you either need to leave or to help with the fire? Then I don't know.
So, how many actions do you want to commit to persuading people that it's in their best interests to get the cluck out of here?
I will spend 1 action, assuming that people are self-preservation built. So, yeah, 1 action.
Okay. Right then. I'll take that into account. What about your remaining 2?
The other 2, we will spend 1 to... No, we'll spend 2 to bless.
Bless! Very good, very good.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Yes. In your bless.
Flaming Skull. It's going to attack the council members.
But they were elected.
Yeah. Does the Flaming Skull have no thought for democratic process?
Nope.
I will reach out to the skull, force it to think about the consequence of its ways.
Okay.
Giving it a glimpse of redemption.
You know what? I do believe in democracy. That's
Yeah.
what Skull saying.
Yeah. Oh, it refuses. It's gonna hurt this poor council person.
But it is enfeebled. And, are you gifting the councillor the resistance?
Yes, whichever is it. This councillor here.
The lady,
When you do the
Shanda
damage to
Farragon.
her.
Cool. In which case, let me see.
Hopefully, it's not going to be enough to kill her. I'm always bad at knowing how many hit points NPCs have.
She takes no
Great.
damage thanks to that. As the thing essentially just barrels into her. then notices that it was you that protected her, so is going to change its second action into it seems to gather flame into itself, then opens its mouth wide and spits a ball of fire in your direction. Bastien. But this is a second attack, so it's a miss. But it does go. The ball does go streaking off and does strike somewhere else. Thankfully, doesn't quite catch fire, but it lets you know that there are fires as you look around. You can see flames are going up the ceiling now. Let me see what else can it do. It is... yeah, it's going to move to by here to get a better look at you, but that's all it's going to do. Flaming Skull number next. In fact...
Chandra, what's her face, doesn't have the champion's resistance anymore either.
Okay.
On attack. Yeah.
Right, this one is going to attack Galen Murikar.
I can't do anything.
Heed boot. He takes a hit. Ooh, big hit. But is it going to be big damage? Ooh, it's fire.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's hurt, but not too much. Yes, going to move over to this fire here. Is going to spit flame at it in order to make it spread.
Just protect the big guy. He's got my favourite voice.
Roach. Well, ordinarily I would say will save or something like that for fight, flight or freeze, but I know exactly how your adrenal response is going to go, so...
Yes. So, like, as these flames like burst up, he just kind of like startled and he drops his weapon. So I'm gonna drop it. And he's looking around to see if there's any like children. I'm assuming like maybe like it's like a mixture of children and adults and whatnot.
Sure. Yep.
So he's like fearful for them. He's going to pick one up.
Ooh.
And he's going to like tries to like steal himself in a quite commanding voice. Just like yells at people to get out. So I can try.
Would you like to use intimidation to persuade people that they really should get the F out?
Yes. So I'm basically picking up a child so they don't get like trampled on.
Cool. Good to know. Oh, you are very, very intimidating. So yes, you are very persuasive.
Yes. And for the example, I guess I'm holding like a small girl. So he's basically just with the mob of people, he's keeping her close and like trying to push by and get her to safety.
Like I said, you've got a crowd of people all trying to make it to the door at the same time, which is being hampered by the fact that there are people outside. So
I'll use both my actions to do that.
That's
my
cool.
remaining two.
And your actions
And
to
that'll be my
intimidate. So that's cool. Get that far. So yes, so far at the moment, most people are just in the like 3 or so seconds of shock at what's going on. So they're all frozen before they start to actually move and panic. So
yes. Oh, and one more thing, as
Sorry.
like he's like moving, he's like muttering to himself, like not again, like over and over again. It's like not again, not again. As he's just moving with the crowd.
But Ragnar,
far away for me to hear that.
You're too far away to hear that over all the screaming. So yeah.
Yeah.
Ragnar is without his sword, but at least he wears his armor.
Yep.
So that's a relief. Ragnar shouts at the skulls and tries to draw their attention. Also by zipping them with his electric arc spell.
Do you want to try a demoralize against these things then, to see if you can?
No.
No. Okay.
Just making noises and lightning
Hey,
bolts
look at me.
flying around.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Zippity zap. Bang. So let me give them a reflex save. Or a pair of them. Now, one of them is enfeebled, so that's going to be interesting. Ooh, one for low, one for high. So both succeeded, both take half. Which is still better than out. So let's
And
Give
then
them...
Ragnar
Boosh.
draws his blade,
Shing!
and that's it.
Alright, cool. So that was damage done. Bastien.
Somebody get the people out of here. I will. Yeah, I'm gonna hop up here,
Yep, no movement impediment there other than the usual one.
and I'm gonna attempt to whack at this.
Whack a skull.
So, one action to draw. See,
One to move, one to draw. Yep,
there.
cool.
Big old swing at this skull.
It's hammer time. That is a hit.
Nice.
Roll damage.
Thank you for the bless.
Oh,
Big roll,
maximum,
big roll.
maximum whack.
Whack it against the window.
Smash it back against the wall. It bounces off.
Yeah.
And there are cracks and fissures along it now.
He's possessed by the Marauder Ghost.
And different hammer, definitely a different hammer. And that's the end of my turn.
Mine's bigger. Right, Rell. Panic at the Disco.
I'm gonna yell for the council member to duck as an icicle goes careening over his head, aim at the skull.
Cool. Yep. Very good. Roll that attack. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh really?
Well,
The only one I'll ever get.
you bet.
Roll damage and it takes it double.
Oh, big roll. You can kill this thing.
Good lord, yeah, as well.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Double that is.
Yes.
But, as you can see, something happens. Every adjacent creature to that skull, which thankfully is Bastien and Bastien half-man. Oops, a daisy. Have to take reflex saving throws because it explodes when it dies.
Nice.
So I'll do
Thanks,
Bastien.
Emilia.
That was an awesome shot, which made it explode, but unfortunately, it exploded. So,
Reflex.
Bastien half-man is quite reflexy, as are you.
It's already
21.
ducking.
It was the
Built like
ducking,
Jack
obviously.
Black.
So,
like Jack Black.
half
He's so dead
damage
and dying.
of the following. And I roll pretty low, so that's pretty fine. Bastien takes 2, Bastien takes 2 as well, or takes 1 even. Nice! So, nicely done. You've got 1 action left to you. What do you want to do with it?
Was it diplomacy? Can I try to direct people towards
Sure.
the door?
Absolutely.
Alright. Let's keep it moving, people.
Nice.
That's very
Hell
good.
yeah.
Yep,
She's
your
locked
words are clear. You're calm enough that you don't make things worse by infusing more panic. Great, good stuff. So before we move on to Caelee, we will deal with. Caelee did 1 action to persuade people to move out of the way, so they are moving slowly. Roach really intimidated people quite heavily into moving, so they move double time. As did Rell persuade people to get a move on. So most of that top area is now getting clear of people. Now I'm going to also have the council members move.
Yeah, move, council.
They are not stupid, but they are being impeded by the rush, and the fires spread.
Need to start putting out fires. Literally.
Have that fire by there, and that one by there. Right, so the fires are spreading. The flaming skulls apparently explode when you destroy them, and people are filing out, but not quick enough. Caelee.
Is gonna spend an action to sustain or bless, and then the other 2 to cast heal on the other flaming skull.
Okay. Fortitude
Mess it
save.
up. I believe in you, Caelee.
That is an on-the-money success, which means it takes half, but that's still half of that. So, yeah. That hit it and hurt it. As such, Flaming Skull is not terribly pleased with Caelee, so is going to direct a gob of fire in her direction. Hatui! That is a shoot and a hit. Unless Caelee's got some way of avoiding this damage.
It's out of my range, so I can't do anything for you, I'm afraid, Caelee. Sorry.
That is a big old hit, taking 12 fire. Have you got that, or do you want me to do it?
That's all. Weak.
You've got it, okay. Skaboosh! And then comes... Ooh, how are we feeling about this? It is going to move over to here, and it's me as the next action. It is going to make more fire spread.
Curses!
Those are its 3 actions. Roach!
I guess he'll like put the child down, like, you know, shove her out of the structure.
Okay, cool.
And he's gonna like scan to see if there's anyone else like having trouble like falling down or and such. I guess like
This
his children,
area-
like old people.
Sure. This area up here, the people are moving slower by comparison to this column that Roach and Rell combined managed to get people moving faster on. People are literally climbing over the pews to get out. The people, though, outside are either parting ways to let people come out, or are readily accepting, you know, to pull people out. So when Roach puts the child down, somebody immediately pulls the child out of the way so they do not get trampled on by people coming out. So
Okay. I'm trying to think outside the box. When I like, if I like move to here, can like Roach attempt like a athletics check to just like lift up one of these big benches and shove
Ooh.
out of the way, so there's more space for people to funnel out of the building.
I like that. Go for it.
I will hero point.
Oh, that was nearly a 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna hero point.
Hero point it? Okay, good idea. Much better.
Okay, it's better.
Nice.
Oh yeah, much better. Double. So it's at first a little difficult because people are still in process of trying to climb over it. So you just give them a little nudge and they hop off, and then Roach just puts it up over his head and flings it so it's clear. So that, I'm going to mark this guy here to say that pew is now probably up against the wall, so that opens up a nice avenue.
Nice.
I guess I have one left. Can I attempt it on this one too?
Sure.
But lift with your knees.
Good tip.
Oh, gee. Whoop. Yep, gone.
Lift with the knees.
Those shining pecs come into action once again. So, Ragnar.
Yes, Ragnar is seeing that the room is less crowded than before. Right? It's no
Yeah,
longer...
the top area where you're at, yes, is now emptied of people mostly, so you can move regular speed again.
Okay, so Ragnar uses his muscles to flex his way up to the skull.
Nice.
And then he tries to spell strike the thing with his mighty blade. And what's this spell strike? Oh yeah, here it is. It's also the telekinetic projectile.
Okay. Go for the classics. Tried and tested. Ooh, that was good. That is a standard hit.
It is, but I can't see. Oh yeah.
Wah!
Yes.
Smite him.
How much kaboom? This much kaboom.
Oof.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. There's more. There's more?
Oh, yeah, well, one extra. One doesn't count. The last one is.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first two.
Oh, close.
It's still flying around.
It's still just about flying around, but there are lots of cracks and fissures that are now spewing fire and, well, magma and sparks.
Okay.
Bastien!
And Bastien.
Ragnar go, I will also run over there to take a swing at this last skull.
Knowing full well what's about to happen.
Yep. Oh!
Well!
Shit. Shit.
This man hates undead.
I do hate undead.
How do you want it to die? This is going to die in a fiery explosion. And then
Yep.
some.
The last minute I say, sorry Ragnar.
Kaboom! Death's call is triggered.
Why, sorry.
Yep.
That was great. Ragnar shouts in
You
appreciation.
get 2
Yep.
temporary hit points there, Caelee.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I'm gonna
no!
hero point my reflex save.
Please do!
Villain point more like.
There we go, that's better.
Oh yeah.
Ragnar, we need a reflex saving throw from yourself as well.
Yes. Yes, it is.
For those hit points, what was
Damn.
the creature level?
Creature level's 2.
And was it undead?
It was undead.
Okay, so creature level 2 plus my modifier is 6 and is doubled against undead, so 12.
Nice.
Holy.
Moly. Right, those are 2
Aid in the temporary hit
failed
points.
Yeah.
reflex saves, I'm afraid.
But they're not critical fails, right?
They're not critical fails. And you both take 3 points of damage each.
Ouch!
So it's not much.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Then for my third action, can I attempt to out this piece of fire? Like
Yes, you can.
grabbing like a. Is there like a blanket or something, or a cloth up here, or using my
Yep.
cloak to kind of try and
There's
swap
a
it out?
cloak or a tapestry you can use to try and
Yeah.
quench the fire.
Yeah. Is there a check for that, or?
Let's go with your athletics.
Okay. Come on.
Now I'm looking basically for you not to get... Yeah, okay, so you've managed to put out fire there.
Here's my 3.
Rell.
I'm going to move over here and do a real quick one action heal on Caelee. I know she basically got everything she got hurt for back in 10 hit points, but just better to be sure.
Absolutely. Ooh, maximum.
Ooh,
Nice
yeah.
touch, too.
Boop.
Thank
Very good.
As she looks confused over her
And-
shoulder, like, huh? You?
You did this?
And then try to like keep guiding people out the door.
Sure. Very good. So give it a diplomacy, just to see how well.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's gonna be a hero point.
Okay.
I don't,
Okay.
I've been doing so good. I want to keep it going.
And there we
You
go.
entice them.
Yes.
You entice them back into the fire. No, come into the fire.
It's a
Come
wall.
back into the fire.
Actually, it's kind of cozy.
Yeah.
Yes. Who needs oxygen? Okay.
So true.
So, with Rell's last action, so the next thing that happens is, the folk essentially start filing out with Roach's efforts. The way out is a lot easier for these guys, as well as Rell telling these people
Roach,
to hurry
apparently.
the cluck up. Allows
Roach make a run?
Yeah,
Get down,
allows
Roach.
Roach to keep pushing people, to go faster, and
Yeah.
the town councillors themselves also, of course, whilst making sure that the people ahead of them are get out. So, what about yourselves? You've got this chance now to escape, but the building, you're not sure about being able to control the fire with just what you've got in here, unless you can think of something really creative that I haven't. So, essentially the initiative is over, but the crisis itself is not fully averted, so how do you want to do this, folks?
How close to the river was the
Let's take a
I
look.
don't remember. Because I'm wondering if we could organise a bucket brigade of people.
I'm going to give you Ravengrow to have a look. The town hall is here.
Nice.
Oh, so there's a river right there.
So there are plenty of people that you could start organising a bucket relay. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think
500 feet to the river. Like, there's a ton of people. We got this.
there were 60 people.
Yeah.
Even if some of them are kids or whatever, I still think we could probably muster a
Just daisy train the buckets. Let's go.
yeah, exactly enough to hopefully save this. Making
But I
sure
mentioned-
obviously that people are safe first.
Yeah, I imagine the sheriff is here with some of these deputies, so they maybe help with the crowd control, keep people in line, I guess, to help.
Yeah, and there were
sure,
people
makes
outside
sense.
already, so.
Okay, groovy. So basically, I need either one or many of you to either do individual or combined effort to see how well you can convince people to get into an organised daisy chain of water. So whoever wants to try that, can do so.
People are money on Rell since she's rolling goods today.
And also actually has property. Oh,
No.
we ruined it! We jinxed it!
They've gone home. That's
They went
enough
to the
fire for
other
me.
river.
Did anybody want to try aiding this diplomacy check so we can maybe get a +1 here and there?
He would have been trying on his own.
Oh, there we go. That's a,
Oh,
that's a
there we
nice
go.
one. That's a 10.
That's gonna be,
So,
that's gonna be an aid.
That's not bad either.
Not very good at this.
Yeah, okay. Any other attempts, or are we going to leave it at that?
Scare them into helping Roach.
How about... I mean, I don't want to scare them into doing it. Could I perhaps use survival for like the easiest path to the river, so it's not like a long process?
Makes sense to me. Do it. Bad. 14, that'll do. Okay. Over the course of... Ooh, what have we got here? Ragnar doing
Yes, Ragnar
crafting.
is.
Ah,
Yes, he's trying to find out the best way to put out the fire using his knowledge of how the building is constructed and
nice.
decorated.
Smart.
I like that. That's a good idea. Alright. With that effort, then yes, it takes... Let's say it takes an hour, maybe 2, for your efforts, along with those of the townsfolk, to finally bring the blaze under control. As it would have it, you guys were pretty good in there, so I'm going to say that there has been damage done to the interior of the town hall. Thanks to your efforts, it didn't spread to any of the nearby buildings, therefore it was very well contained, so then it just became a long and concerted effort of making sure that the buckets of water kept on coming and kept on dousing. So over the course of let's say 2 hours, the town hall fire eventually comes under control, and it's at least in a state where, with some repair, it can be made fully functional again. But for the moment, it's a charred and damp wreck of what it used to be. But nobody died, thankfully.
So nobody died, which was the important part.
People may have gotten a couple of crush injuries here and there, or falling injuries from falling over pews and the like, but nothing so serious that anybody was either died or disabled from such injury. So, with your
From
fast
somebody
actions,
throwing pews around.
yeah. So with your fast and decisive actions and persuasive powers, you were able to save a great many people.
Nice.
So the councillors are, of course, extremely grateful to you for your efforts there. The people are too. This is the most public display of your heroism you've managed. So safe to say that the people are looking at you in an entirely different light now. You have swung the naysayers around to your side.
Yeah, I didn't know my speech was going that well, but, well, excellent.
So, all that's left, really, if I can just find where we are. Okay. So unless you guys have got something specific you want to do, then this is where, unless that was somebody about to speak up?
No, it was me
Nope.
just saying, apart from, like, healing.
Sure.
And also, Ragnar is trying to talk to Kendra and persuade her to teach him new spells. He's studying his invisibility spell right now, and maybe he can talk Kendra into helping him to do that, to get her off her, thoughts about her father.
Good idea. Healing for Ragnar there as well.
Thank you.
So essentially, this leaves, definitely, especially since you announced it to everybody, one thing left to do. But you have got a night's rest to call on first. So, when you eventually manage to get back to Lorrimor House and find Kendra there, and some pastimes and downtime are enacted, as well as healing for folks, as we see is going on here right now. Eventually, the day will wear on enough that it's time for bed, said Zebedee, and especially since you guys expressed, at least most, except for one of you, expressed the idea of going to Harrowstone during the day. Which means that you've got the night with which to finally rest and get your spells back and whatnot. Meaning that there's one thing left to do, and that is Harrowstone Prison itself at last. But before we get there, there is the night that descends, and the dreams that are found therein. At least, some of you dream. Caelee, however, is not entirely certain that she's dreaming, because as she wakes up, she finds herself suddenly on a riverbank. And on this riverbank are... actually, no, I'm going to... before I dig myself into a narrative hole there, let me wind that back. You're on the side of a riverbank with the river sloshing past. You're all alone, as far as you can tell, and there's a tree overlooking the riverbank next to you. But then all of a sudden you're aware of a presence. There's a rattling of chains, and when Caelee turns to see where the rattling is coming from, there is a man. Rather burly looking man, but he has an air of almost tranquility to his face, and he wears a broad, beaming smile on this wide face of his. And around his neck are lots of pendants that are all rattling together. Most prominent of them, at least at the front of which, is the spiral of Pharasma. And he is wearing underneath these lots of chain pendants robes of some sort. And he approaches Caelee and says, "Congratulations, my dear. You have done it. You have finally ascended to the point with which you always wished. Pharasma has looked upon your deeds kindly and has judged you worthy. Now all that is left is your baptism. Come." Seemingly of her own accord, Caelee allows herself to be led towards the river, as the priest steps into the river and brings Caelee with him. "And so in the name of the Lady of Graves, I baptize you." And holds on to Caelee so that she's dipped into the water backwards. Except he doesn't let her up. He holds her there under the water. And Caelee's waiting. And still waiting. Starting to get a bit difficult to hold one's breath now. In fact, it's getting pretty difficult to not let out a breath, and so Caelee is starting to struggle. But this man is keeping Caelee under the water, and keeps that same calm smile on his wide face. Almost reverential smile, as if you're achieving something very few do. Caelee is struggling for breath, thinking that she's about to pass out, until finally she kicks, comes up for air, and finds herself in her room.
Caelee snaps to, gargling on seemingly nothing and just confused. And of course immediately writes it down and is filling in the blanks of like experiences that we have had and shared.
So, unless Caelee wants to say anything, does Caelee want to say anything to any of the people who take over her watch?
No, she'll just kind of relay that she had a similar nightmare. At this point, it's become a little familiar since we've all experienced it over the past couple of weeks now. So it's just kind of adding on to the pile of weird things that are happening to us. We're getting used to that. We're getting used to weird things happening.
Oh God! We're not crazy. We're not crazy. No. We're all fine.
Caelee feels pretty determined since we have direction. We have the information that we need. We have she knows where it's coming from. Essentially, it's a bad thing. We know where it's coming from. We know how to fix it. So she's not freaking out about it. She's just momentarily stunned before taking the information and processing it.
All right. All business. Cool. You level up to level 2.
Ooh. I'm already.
Yeah.
So we've got 30 minutes left, more or less. So we can do that here and now if you're ready.
Oh yes.
So does anybody not know how to level themselves up using Pathfinder 2 on Foundry?
I haven't done it before, but I'm also not ready for this.
Okay, so it's pretty easy. If you open your character sheet, you should see on the top right in the red banner there is a shield that says level 1. The 1 is editable. All you have to do is highlight the 1 and change it to a 2 and then press enter. It will automatically go through most, but not necessarily all, of the changes that happen to your character at level 2. So, the things that it won't take care of are whether or not you have a skill increase, which at level 2 you don't, and whether or not your spells increase, which as of level 2 they do, you gain an extra level 1 spell slot. So you can essentially go into your spellcasting area and change the 1. Sorry, you'll change the 2 on your first level spells and make it a 3.
Neat.
But because
That'll
you're a
happen
cleric,
on
you
my
have
rest.
access to every divine spell anyway, so, you know.
Yeah, it's just what I can prepare.
So, as far as what you get at level 2, if you go to...
Gives me a slot for a skill feat and a class feat as well.
Yes, there you go. So, those you can get
Yeah,
yourself.
I just haven't picked anything, so I just wasn't ready to like hop right into the next thing with second level stuff.
So, essentially, yeah, you've got all that to do, which you can do yourselves even. Use the spyglass to open up the browser with all of the requisite feats and stuff in, which you can control what's showed by using the search options. Well, you got it all. What they don't necessarily have, I think... Maybe they do, actually. Let me have a quick look. Yes, they do. So even skills. Feats to do with which skills, you can filter it by skills as well if you want to look for specific things. But yeah, essentially, off you go, folks. I take it everybody else knows how to level themselves up?
Yes.
Yep.
Smart beans. So, yes, actually, Nick, what you were saying about Kendra teaching Ragnar new spells, there you go. That was a good in-character reason to be gaining 2 new free spells.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for that. So, if anyone
Might not be
has...
the most
Go on, sir.
optimal. This might not be the most optimal option for a champion, but it's fun, so I'm taking it.
Well, that's what matters, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
It's interesting to see how people go. I have one other group who are nothing but silly characters, and they know it, and it makes things difficult for them in some circumstances because they're not optimizing themselves in any way. They're taking what's silly and what's fun. So
Yeah, mine's not silly as such. It's just it's probably not like the typical champion type of build.
Oath of the Slayer, though, pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, undead. What can I say, Bastien? He hates them so much.
Well, you know, it's a good one to go for. There is also an Undead Slayer dedication you can take if
There is, yes.
anyone's interested in that.
I'm holding off that for the moment, but maybe later. I did look at that.
Everybody good so far?
Yes, finished.
Oh,
The
excellent.
other thing I was going to ask about is if I was going to, because we talked about it in chat a bit the other
Sure.
week, about whether or not selling some of the that we stumbled upon, potentially buy some heavy armor, whether or not that was something that was possible.
Sure. Well, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I don't get into the habit of... I mean, I'm sure in many ways the whole thing of this is a town of a certain size and they probably don't have the budget for items of this caliber, but at the same time, you know, it's difficult enough for you guys to amass enough treasure to buy the stuff that you essentially need. So as far as I'm concerned, as long as you are willing to spend the money on getting these things, then you find them.
Okay.
So I don't really have any restrictions on what you can find in the town of Ravengrow. If you can afford it, you can get it.
are people okay with me selling a bunch of those, like holy water and ghost charge things?
Are you sure
Yes.
you want to do that?
How
That's
much
the
money
other
do you
question.
need?
Actually, I'm not even sure. I may not have enough for it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, how much is the armor and how much do you have? I guess it's the main things.
Armor is, I think it's 35 gold. Let me just.
Is it called full play in this game?
Yes, so 30 gold for full plate.
Yes, Ragnar can contribute to that.
Which would be the optimal. Me.
Aw, they like you.
I know. Oh, obviously because of my winning charisma.
That's smart
Right,
man
yeah.
right there.
Yeah. And I've got basically 6 gold.
Okay.
Ragnar
Well, I
can contribute three gold pieces to the cause of buying armor.
So I've got.
That's all he has.
Yeah. So, well, hold on to it for the moment. So, I've got 4 vials of holy water, which is priced at 3 gold each. 3 ghost charges.
Well, how much do you
Done.
get from sunning? Do you get the full amount, or was it like?
Yeah, we'll
part
get
of
the
this?
full amount. It's easier that way.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we got half amount. But...
Normally, yes, but money in
just
this
save
is so
the whole
hard to
town.
come by anyway. So
Yeah, we also saved the whole town.
yeah, you also
Like
save the whole
5
town.
minutes
So
ago.
it's easier on the maths rather than having to do the
Yeah.
whole half price stuff. So yeah, I'm fine with you getting the full price, especially for items. But that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I was to sell all of the holy water and all of the ghost charges, that would give me 23 gold.
Ragnar is
So-
contributing 6 gold pieces to you.
So yeah, so that would do. The question is, well, I guess whether or not the holy water and ghost charge might be more use to us.
I mean, I don't think you should sell all of yours. If anything, I should sell mine because I can't really use it because I'm two-handed. So if I sell mine in total
Okay.
with my starting gold, I would have 9. So if you take that and then that way you'd have to sell all your stuff that you may use.
Okay.
Because yeah, so I'll just get rid of my 2 and then the 3 gold I have. So you would have 9 gold from just me.
9 from Roach. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because I just had the leftover anyway, so it's
Yeah.
better if you take it from me than in case you might want to have a couple.
I mean, yeah, because they are. I think they could be useful. I know. Both Rell and Caelee have stuff that can make enfeebled and hurt them. So
Oh, I mean,
we're
also
quick out of it.
I did loot the glow rod. I'm not sure if it would have much use again because my hand's usually full, and Caelee gives light to everyone.
That's
So
a good point.
I'm guessing we're able to sell that. It's just like
Yeah.
yeah. So that's another 3 gold if you want to add that. So
Okay.
Sell the box.
Damn it all.
There's that as
sell
well.
the Necronomicons.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
so
a
that's
nice little
12.
box.
That's 12 from Roach.
I mean, you've got
You
the
did account for the
party
box, right?
stash that you can access if you want to just dump stuff that you want to sell in there and see how much you can get for it.
Oh, that's true.
The Darkwood case, yeah, the Darkwood case was 7 gold as well, so sell that.
Yeah, that's a huge chunk of it.
Yeah. Okay, I will sell that.
So what you're looking like at the moment?
Gives me 19 plus.
I mean, I take it, Emilia, Oz, you're fine with this?
Yeah, that's why I want to make sure that everyone's okay with it, because I don't want to leave us short.
Yeah.
So that Bastien's got the armor.
There will come a time where we all need something, and
Yeah.
we'll probably ask the same.
I can sell my hide armor, so that's
I think we're quite lucky
once,
that a lot of us have like Cody magic, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we've got like a champion, I guess that's kind of like a champion, and then you've got like 2 cleric type characters, so we should hopefully be okay in that department.
Well, yep, these are the judgment calls you guys are going to have to make at this point. What's worth more to you?
So if I delete... So, okay.
How much can we get for those forbidden books we got told not to show in?
Well...
So I am basically, at the moment, I'm 3 gold short of being able to just straight up buy.
So Ragnar is contributing 3 pieces of gold with pleasure to his companion.
Dude.
Okay, so that means I've still got all the holy water and ghost charges.
Yeah, if you
Very
want to,
good.
you can keep them.
Okay.
Please add,
Yeah, sweet.
add 3 pieces to you. I will subtract from my stash.
Thank you, Ragnar. Very much appreciated. Okay. Yeah, I've got 29 gold, 9 silver, and 10 copper, which is 30 pieces. So I'm now going to buy full plate.
Just smashing your piggy bank open. Take
Yeah.
all of it.
Oh, and I'm encumbered because I'm not wearing it yet. There we go. Ooh, yes.
Is it
AC
fancy
boost.
looking, or is it
Yeah.
just
Oh, it's-
plain?
So fancy.
It's bought from Ravengrow, so, you know, any full plate is going to be pretty fancy to look at anyway, but
I think you said the blacksmith was like known for being quite
she's very good.
Like,
Yeah.
So
I,
there's probably
I'd
some
persuade-
motifs there.
Let's see if I can persuade. Just do a diplomacy check. See if I can persuade her to carve a little Pharasman symbol in there. Oh no!
there's a cock and balls instead.
Yes.
You know what? Yes. No. Well, with that roll, it's just a case of and she just like carves swirl.
Yeah.
Squeak.
Okay.
That's good enough.
I might have come back and persuade her to do that. Yes, I am now completely out of money, but I shouldn't need to buy anything else for a while, so I can have all of the loot. Well, and I can stand in the front and hopefully tank like a tanker.
So next time you get an exploding fiery skull, you'll have the bulwark ability to draw upon.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else got anything else they want to take this opportunity to do?
I mean, a lot of me playing this character, I've been like back and forth of what magic, what's it called, tradition to do. Because it's very much like my character would fit both, like lore-wise. But we've got like a lot of divine people, but we also got some arcane. So I think I might just go arcane because I can hopefully like flavor some of the spells as like a non-magic thing, but him just doing something cool.
Sure.
So that's probably what I'm gonna go.
Nice.
Very good, very good.
Yes, and Ragnar is going to start carving his new weapon. An extra weapon. It looks like a club, but a fancy club. He's just beginning to do that. Maybe it'll take a couple of days to finish.
Big block of wood, just a tree branch.
Yeah, something like that.
If you're at least an expert in such a weapon, you gain access to the critical specialization effect with that weapon. Baller. Alright,
I'm gonna buy another weapon. I have 10 silver, so I have enough. Even though my character only works with slashing and piercing, I'm gonna buy a Morning Star because I feel like it like fits the look of my character.
Sure.
And you know, maybe bludgeoning might be useful in the pinch, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna buy one of those. And having a one-handed weapon could be useful if you know, I can't have
Yeah.
a two-handed thing.
It's always useful to have a couple of options.
Yeah.
I've got my dad,
you do
Yeah.
have your dagger.
the Earthbreaker.
Need to figure out what skill feat to take.
I always find that's the toughest one to take if you don't have an idea of where you want to go with it, yeah.
You have high intelligence, lore skills are very good.
I do not have high intelligence.
You can take assurance.
Yeah?
Instead.
Yeah, so I've never really liked that feat. I feel like it's like cheating.
No,
Does it
it's one of those ones it's a weird, complex calculation to figure out. It's really useful for like treat wounds that has
Yes, exactly.
like flat T's for it. It's less useful for a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I don't really
It's
use
really-
much skills. Is the problem.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
it's really useful for like some like athletics, for some of the third action stuff, because you could use assurance to do like trip or something, and then you don't suffer the multi-attack penalty.
Oh yes.
But it only it's only going to work against lower level stuff.
Yes, clumsy, low-level creatures.
Yeah, so it's limited in where it is. It's not. I used to think it was a bit of a cheat code, but the maths on it doesn't really make it that amazing.
I think it's because the
When
only
it
time I've
comes to-
seen it, it's people trying to cheese it with what's that thing called? Risky surgery, I think.
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
For me, it shouldn't. It should I don't know if it's supposed to work with risky surgery, but it shouldn't work with risky surgery from a narrative perspective. The whole point of risky surgery is that you're doing it riskily.
Yes,
Yeah.
probably a hack.
The clue's in
Yeah.
the name.
Yeah, I love risky surgery for the right characters. Just a slapdash healer.
Emilia, you gain an extra first rank spell.
I moved over. What was it? I figured helpful steps might be good since we're going into a derelict building.
Sure.
And I did swap out one cantrip upon level up, since I never ever used shield in
That's
any
fine.
of the encounters.
Alright then. So you've already added it, and I've changed it so that it shows you've got 4 firsts rather than 3. So we're looking good there. Foretell harm. Interesting. The game of attack is next time. It takes damage equal to twice the triggering spell's rank as seemingly random and minus 4. Oh, really? Oh, I'm going to have to get creative with that then, aren't I? Interesting. What else have we got?
Didn't decide on
here?
skill feats either, so I took Pilgrim's Token, so I always get initiative if I die.
Sure. Yeah, it's a tried and tested one, that one.
Yeah, I love
It
Pilgrim's
was
Token.
essentially that or a trick magic item, which I don't feel like we need. I think we have it covered mostly with divine and arcane pools. And I don't really feel like I need assurance because my medicine's going to scale really quickly. It's going to be probably the first or second skill that's always upgraded.
Yeah.
Just not a lot at this level that I want, actually. It's more after the scaling on the skills that I have a bunch of them that I want.
Yes.
Because then I got like 4 different medicine skills that I'm like, yeah, I want this one and this one and that one.
I quite like stuff like additional lore because it auto scales. That's
I
always
like that
quite a
too.
fun
I just don't like picking them and then having it not ever be used because
Yes.
it's just never match relevant. Like you'll pick something and you're like, this is definitely on theme, and then you roll it maybe once.
one. Yeah.
And unfortunately, with that, if I can't really tell you
No.
Exactly.
Without
It's a
spoiling
spoiler,
things,
so you
so-
can't. Yeah, it's if it's a really generalized lore, maybe. But then it's just like, but lore undead. Like, come on.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
It's just like
lore
it's just gonna
undead.
fall under a religion at that point.
Yeah.
sure,
But there's a difference.
there is a difference, as Nick has pointed out, because he's taken undead lore. So
Yeah, because that's a specialized knowledge. Actually, there are some very interesting posts on Reddit, threads on Reddit, which describe the difference between religion and undead lore and such cases. So
yeah, I can see that.
makes sense. Yeah.
Did you add your 2 free spells, Nick?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So I'm
maybe,
just looking at your prepared spell list and your spell book
it's-
essentially, and
For
couldn't
now, magic weapon is enough, at least.
well, evidently.
No. Yeah.
But don't forget to take at least add 2 new spells to your repertoire. Well, repertoire is technically somebody in a spontaneous caster's thing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I think I'm going to take quick jump because I do like using the environment to solve things, like the last encounter. And
Quick
have
jump is
access to it.
certainly very useful, yes, in that regard.
Yes, and it seems like my guy's quite athletic, so I'm going to give that a go.
Yeah. I've seen
I
it used
took
to great
quick
effect. so-
repair.
I can use a shield now.
I'm going to throw my shield
Nice.
up.
Oh, you'll be super beefy then.
That's the plan, is that I'm going to hopefully
Ah,
tank a
that's
lot more.
Oh, you do have a repair toolkit. Awesome. Never mind. I was
Yes.
about to say something stupid.
No.
Never going to get crit again, unless it's a 20.
Let's not be hasty on that.
Well, with my luck, who knows?
And luckily,
Who
my
knows,
class
fish?
forces me to take my class feat, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yes, indeed. Blood Rager dedication. Here we go. Yep. How's it looking, Emilia? Everything good?
I've got no clue. I was going to ask about like additional lore and like undead lore, but since it's already being covered, I have no clue what to pick for a skill feat.
Let's
The
see.
most you'll get out of that with multiple people having it is kind of like for recall knowledge. If you use a specific lore, it's usually a lower DC to hit.
Yeah, true enough.
So if Ragnar doesn't have the action economy to be able to do that, it
Yeah.
might be useful there. Especially since he has to cast as well as hit, so he has to invest a lot of actions into making his spell strikes flow.
Yes. Action economy is tight on the Magus.
Plus, don't forget, you can take skill training as a feat to just make yourself trained in a different skill, if you fancy it.
That's true.
Because you can take general feats in the skill feats area, if I recall. Let me test that. Yep, there it is. Skill training. So, if you wanted another skill put up to trained, then there's that as well, if you can't think of anything. I just realised I said that very, very quickly, so that might not have been intelligible.
Nope, we all got it.
Cool. Try to enunciate as much as I possibly can. Stealth! Okay, then.
I don't know. Might as well
Makes sense.
cover something I have not done before.
There you go, no, that's a good idea. That's a good point, actually. I hasten to point out, does anybody here actually have thievery?
Yes.
Yes,
Roach
Roach,
does.
thank God. Okay.
He may not be amazing at it, but he knows how to do it.
That's fine, as long as someone's got it.
And I have a thief skit too.
When I was contemplating changing character, it was to build a rogue type because I was worried we didn't have anyone, and checked and saw Roach was trained.
Phew!
Yeah, and I'll probably put level it up to just for the party aspect of it. Because I'm probably not going to go super heavy in intimidation. I mainly took charisma because Blood Rager has use that as the spellcasting thing.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go for more buff spells, so I'm probably not going to go super into intimidation. So I'll probably end up leveling up Thievery and Athletics, if anything.
Well, according to the party character sheet, the only thing that you don't have is performance in the party, and that's, pfft.
Bastien don't need to roll that, he's got that built in.
Yeah, exactly, he doesn't even need to. He does it all himself naturally.
But yeah, I think we're pretty good when it comes to skills though, which is...
according to this,
nice
you've
to
got
see.
a nice broad coverage there.
Yeah, I think so.
And as far as knowledge-based whatevers, we've got someone with something in everything, but we've also got lore Ravengrow, lore vampire, undead lore, warfare lore, so, not bad.
The Whispering Way lore is
Well,
all.
yeah, that would have been an
thinks it.
option as well, actually, come to think of it. Right, has anyone not finished?
Holy Bastien's AC's in 20 now.
Yep.
Yeah, damn.
22 if I raise the shield.
Holy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I think every time
Satisfying.
I've played with you, you always wanted to get full plate, but it never lasts long enough where you can
Yeah,
get it, or you die.
I always got killed. I think I played one game with you where I got full plate and then died immediately in it.
Oh, don't say
gonna
that. Foundry's
Next
listening.
It's fine.
It's
Fine,
heard
that's
you
part
now.
of the fun.
Sure. But nevertheless, let's not tempt fate, aye.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so Nick, you still had spells to choose. Is that still happening? Or have you done it?
Still happening, but it's not important for
Well, given
this session, I think.
Yes, that's exactly right. So, given the time, we will probably end things there. So, if there are any last-minute whatevers that folks want to do, check-overs and whatnot with leveling up, then, or indeed purchasing of last-minute, purchases, then now's the time to get it done. But other than that, that's pretty much where we officially end this session. And so, thanks to all those folks who tuned in. This was quite the heavy-hitting episode, and by that I mean these guys were pulling out pretty impressive hits. So, yes, skeletons on fire, skulls that explode, but we're finally here, finally ready to explore cursed Harrowstone, and that will happen next week, as long as everybody is available.
Yes.
Yes.
Should be.
Rock on. In which case then, thanks to all those folks who are still watching the Twitch stream. If you enjoyed it, great. Thanks for sticking around long enough to do so. If you are checking this out on YouTube by some miracle of the algorithm and you quite liked what you saw, then consider giving us a thumbs up. Because who knows, maybe it'll help. But in the meantime, yes, be careful of those smiling faces that come towards you offering whatever, because they may be just with intent of drowning you in a stream. But don't let that stop you from trusting people. Just be very careful over who you trust. But until then, thank you very much to my awesome players for being their regular awesome selves. We shall see you all next week, same time, same place. And if you want to find out what happens next, then tune in next week, same time, same place. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, treat each other with kindness and respect, especially in these crazy days, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye, folks.